AFTV, I was coming out and I was saying to myself, when I see Kenny Ken, this is when we were 2-1 down. I'm going to say, why are we not playing Ozil? But obviously, now I have to switch. I've got to switch things up because Pepe saved the day today, didn't he?
A bit like Aston Villa, innit? You know, the result eclipsed the performances. The performances wasn't great. We were awful in the first half. Like I said, seconds to the ball, got battered on the counter-attack. Certain players didn't do enough to make it for Sunday's game. You know, like Torreira as well. A lot of people tell me that Torreira is one of the best DMs, since years Zog. But to me, he's always out of position.
Was he playing as a? It's very difficult to as Lee said, to ascertain where he's playing.
I hear what you're saying, but when they have the ball, you want Torreira to be in that position where he's that screen. You don't want a situation where your senior DM is presiding over a situation where they're making breaks and breaks from the midfield. It was a midfield who done us at the end of the day. It wasn't so much the defence. The midfield weren't
getting. It was us giving the ball away in the midfield. We're very sloppy.
And it was our midfield not protecting the defence once again. But then again, that is one of the things that always annoys me when I watch Arsenal, is the fact that people talk about our bad defence, but our midfield's not that great either, because they don't get the basics right. They're awful without the ball. It doesn't matter whether Arsene's here, whether Unai's here as well. I don't understand why you've got a situation where you get Man City, they played with no centre-halves against Crystal Palace. Yet the reason why they didn't feel that is because they're bloody midfield and the players work their nuts off to give their goalkeeper and the defenders protection. Why can't we do that? And that's good, because that's what's going to kill us, and that's what's going to kill Emery at the end of the day. A lot of people are turning against Emery, and at the end of the day, it is a results business. I'm a big believer in Unai Emery, and I'm going to be backing him to the end of the season.
Listen, I know you're backing him, and I know you've been very, very critical of Mesut Ozil.
Yeah.
But wouldn't even you say that in a game like this, Europa League?
Yeah.
Surely he's got to be on the bench, Kenny Kenner. Come on, even on the bench.
I think the situation, the Mesut Ozil situation, is bigger than the both of us. There's clearly something. The only people who know what's going on is Unai Emery and Mesut Ozil.
But he told us the other day everything's all right. He told us.
At the end of the day, it's a PR game. At the end of the day, Arsenal.
So why tell us that though? Because aren't you going to get the fans against you? If you tell us that.
You know, at the end of the day, it's all about getting morale up high when a match day. You're not going to go. Unai Emery ain't going to turn up. Go and tell us, oh yeah, by the way, I don't want this guy in the team.
But you know what, Kenny Ken, I felt clearer in the situation when he said to the fans, listen, there's players ahead of him that I feel should be playing before him. He's not ready yet. When he said that, I'm like, all right, fair enough. You don't fancy him. But when he then says, you know what, he's ready now. He had a tough time at the start of the season. Then I'm looking at, I'm like, it's the Europa League. Are you going to tell me, right, that he shouldn't be on the bench? We brought on two midfielders at half time. That's how bad the midfield was playing. So why not?
I hear what you're saying, but the fact of the matter is that last season, when we had the same situation after Christmas, when he was leaving Ozil out, he did listen to the fans, I think, and he brought him back in the team. Now that wasn't the qualified success that we thought it would be. So coming into this season now, where he's trying to bring the young players on, obviously he's got a player like Mesut Ozil who we don't know what's going on, but we have to assume that he doesn't.
Tell us the truth then, no?
We have to assume that he's not. He doesn't want Ozil to be part of his plans, which is a prerogative as a manager. Now, regardless of what the fans think or not, that's it. The manager's in charge. Now, the thing about it is that all these fans just say, oh yeah, Mesut Ozil, this and that. Mesut Ozil isn't giving you enough to work with. He's not giving you the performances and the consistency you need.
But we don't see him, do we? How are we going to get a performance if he never plays?
Robbie, when he plays, and when he played last season, he wasn't the qualified success that the fans and probably me
getting a chance this season.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Sometimes Unai Emery's trying to move the team away from Mesut Ozil. That's his decision. That's something we've got to abide with. But at the moment, the results are not going Unai Emery's way.
It's not just results, Ken. And you're right, it's his prerogative in that. But when you see a performance, I know in going off it a bit from today, And today in the first half, no creativity.
Yeah.
Monday, no creativity. And then you've got a player that we know off the ball he's not the greatest.
We
but
don't
one
understand
thing,
on the same side.
we do know about him, he's creative.
Yeah, we know that. Look, you and I know, me and you have many private discussions. I know how good Mesut Ozil is. In terms of natural talent, he pisses on Ericsson, he pisses on De Bruyne, he pisses on Salah, he pisses on most of the players in the league. I know that. But the best of Mesut Ozil was at Werder Bremen, Germany and Real Madrid. We've never seen the best of Mesut Ozil. There's been circumstances where perhaps he hasn't had the players, he hasn't had the protection of the midfielders around him to allow him to have a free role. He probably hasn't had the pace. But when we've had get together, we do have pace, we do have the strikers, we do have some sort of protection, and yet it's still not working. So, is it the manager or is it the player, or is the player not? What happens to a lot of footballers is basically going, downhill, which happens to a lot of players. You're not going to be at the top of your game all the time. But saying that, moving forward to Sunday, in terms of Unai Emery and the team. What fans need to realise, right? I know you guys want Tierney in the team, you want Holding on sides, and you want Bellerin. Let's not forget that they have had serious injuries. They've had 2 crucial injuries, career-ending injuries, and plus you've got hernia. Yes, they're going to make the team better, but they're only going to play their best football when 100%. So Unai Emery has to trust the medical team, and we have to exercise some patience. But as you all know,
fans ain't patient.
No, it's a results game, isn't it?